Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to TCFL Central. This is episode 6 of the TCFL 2025 PC Conference regular season game. We'll be playing we'll be playing week 7. Yes, here we go. Week 7, we have 4 games: Detroit at Cleveland, Greene at Auburndale, Hazzard County at Transylvania, Woodland at Putnam County. Here's our standings as of week 6. Remember, week 4 was a bye week for everyone. And here's our statistics for the league leaders. And of course, the important ones are at the bottom with the offense, defense, and power. And we're going to go with Detroit at Cleveland as our game of the week. And we're going to have on week 8, we're going to go with Transylvania Greene. Neither team has been on the game of the week yet, so since they're playing each other, we'll get them both out at the same time. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get week 7 underway. Again, we're going to skip the Detroit-Cleveland game. That'll be our game of the week. And the next up is Greene and Auburndale. Auburndale is tied with Putnam County and Cleveland for the East League at 3-2, and Greene is sitting at 1-4. And Auburndale is favored by 16. So let's go ahead and autoplay it. And like I had mentioned before, I'm not sure why it pops up here instead of just going with a few seconds and then I'll pop up with the final. So make sure it's instant and the computer is running both teams. And then we have it, the Drake knock off Greene 23-17. Take a look at the box score. And we have Auburndale up 13-3 at halftime, then picking up another touchdown early in the third, and that pretty much kept them with the lead throughout the rest of the game. Greene came back with 2 touchdowns. Look at that. Mahomes hit Evans for a 61-yard pass. Not bad there. So let's go ahead. There's your drive summaries. And here's our team stats. You see, it looks like it was fairly close. Although Auburndale did get a nice running game goal with 149 yards. But the passing games were pretty close the same. Greene did get sacked 1 and had 2 fumbles. Auburndale got penalized quite a bit there. 1 turnover by Auburndale. That offense, Auburndale did crack 400, while Greene was a little over 350. Few injuries in the game, though. That could be interesting for their next game. Okay, player stats. Mahomes had 294 rushing yards with 2 touchdowns, no interception, 100 rating. Herbert didn't do quite as well. No touchdown for Herbert. He did throw for 273, and he had 1 interception. His rating not very good. Over on the rushing side, Mahomes led the Greene in rushing with 39 yards. Going over to the Auburndale side, we have Williams with 75-7 and Etten with 59. Okay, receiving. Nobody is outstanding. Other than Evans did catch 100 yards. Oh, he's the one that got the 61-yard touchdown pass. He did catch both of Mahomes' touchdowns. Over here, Otto nearly cracked 100 with 99, and he had a long of 52. Fumble, there were no fumbles. Only one interception there by Herbert. Fumbles on the Greene side, they recovered 1, 2, 3. So they recovered all 3 of their fumbles, I guess. He had one. Well, there were no fumbles. So they lucked out in that sense, and none of their fumbles were recovered by Auburndale. Okay, there's the rest of the individual stats, and then we go down and do the play-by-play. As always, I always remind you should always pause the video to take a look at any particular stat. So, real quick here, we're going to try to save the no last week. I kept forgetting, but let's see what we can do here. This is week 7, we're going to week 6 and just pick up a game. We have something there as a template. Week 7. And it was Greene at Auburndale. It saves the box score for later viewing, by the way. Okay, that's it from Auburndale. Auburndale picked up the win, 23-17. That assures them they'll be in first place at the end of the week, as they are now 4-2. Next up, Hazzard County at Transylvania. Hazzard favored by 2. Autoplay it. And that's interesting. The box didn't pop up, but there's your final. Hazzard County knocked off Transylvania 33-24. We'll take a look at the box score. Hazzard County jumped off to an early 13-3 lead and then scored again in the second to make it 16-3. But Transylvania did score with 3 minutes to go in the half and will only trail you. In fact, they took the lead in the third quarter, only to relinquish it later in the game with Hazzard County scoring 2 touchdowns and a field goal at the end in the late third, fourth quarter. Now, it was a pretty close game, you can see by the running tally of the score. There's all the drive summaries, an interception there. Another interception. Another 4 turnovers, just Peruses 3, 4, 5 interceptions. Here, there's the team stats for Hazzard and Transylvania. Hazzard rushed for over 100. Transylvania nearly hit 300 passing. Turnover, Transylvania had 5. Well, that was their undoing. Hazzard did have 2. And look at that, nearly identical net offense, 344 for Hazzard, 341 for Transylvania. Not many injuries there. And we look at the individual stats. May threw 2 interceptions and a touchdown, 200 plus yards. Low rating of 67. My cousin did even worse at 44 rating, 4 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Did throw for 293. Rushing wise, Barkley hit 91 for Hazzard County and scored 2 touchdowns. There were 2 rushing touchdowns for Transylvania too, but not much else as far as rushing. Receiving had Lamb, Hazzard with 11 receptions, 100 plus yards. There was a 49-yard pass play to Kraut. Over on the Transylvania side, they also had a 49-yard pass play. Neither one were touchdowns. And McLaurin had the most yards for Transylvania with 80. Cousins had a bad day. Besides the interceptions, he had 2 fumbles. They managed to recover 1. Okay, that's the rest of the individual. We'll go through the play-by-play. And we'll save it real quick. We have Hazzard County. Okay, save those stats. And there we have, again, the final at Transylvania with Hazzard County 33, Transylvania 24. Okay, let's go over to the third auto play game, and then there'll be our game of the week. We have Woodland of Putnam County. Woodland leads the Action PC Central Division of 4-1. Putnam County is 3-2, trying to stay even with Auburndale. It's Auburndale won, but Woodland is favoring this. So let's see if Putnam County can pull an upset at home. And they did. 38-18. Putnam County wins the game. We'll take a look at the box score. And let's see it. The half. Wow, Putnam County all over Woodland in the first half. They were up 21-3 at halftime. Woodland finally got a little bit going in the third quarter. And fourth, they scored 2 touchdowns, and it went for a 2-pointer too. Okay, that's it for the scoring. There's your drive summaries. A lot of punts, you can see, even though it's relatively high scoring game. Both teams threw for 300 yards. Rushing wise, not much. Final look at that. Their offenses, net offenses are identical. 378 for Woodland, 378 for Putnam County. Few injuries. There's your player stats. Love had 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, threw for over 300, just like Donnell did for Putnam County. 300 plus yards for him, but he didn't throw any interceptions and had 3 touchdowns. And this rating is much better for the game than Love won. Rushing wise, Ford led the teams in rushing with 62 yards, had a 49-yarder. Let's see, 1 touchdown rushing by Swift. Putnam County didn't do a whole lot more in the rushing. Receiving wise, we have Downs with 11 receptions, 135 yards, 1 touchdown. Over on the Putnam County side, we have Lena with Kamara, 8 receptions, but it did have 94 yards and had 2 touchdown receptions, and 1 reception was for 62 yards. There's your fumbles, kick and punt returns. There, go through the play-by-play. play. And the lineups. Okay, let's save this one and then we'll head over to our game of the week. Here we have Woodland, Putnam County. Okay, final again at Putnam County. They knocked out Woodland 38-18. And as you see, they're now tied with Auburndale again. Woodland drops. If Detroit happens to knock out Cleveland, they'll be tied. If Cleveland happens to knock out Detroit, there'll be a three-way tie again in the East. So it'll be an interesting game here. So, our game of the week has Detroit and Cleveland. Both teams are 3-2. Cleveland is favored by 7. Go ahead and make the computer regular. And looks like we're ready to get started. Okay, there's your starting lineups. Detroit and Cleveland. At Cleveland Brown Stadium, we have 56 degrees, clear skies, just a little wind. Earl quarterback for Cleveland, Murray quarterback for Detroit. It's the coin toss. And get this game underway.
Welcome to Cleveland Browns STA. Detroit against Cleveland. Z your line boots it.
And there's your kickoff, and we'll give it back to our play-by-play announcer and let him announce the game, and we'll be back after the game to go over the toss.
The kick from Z your line is returned 30 yards by Nixon, Metellus on the tackle. 1st and 10 from the 28. Shotgun. Murray barks out the signals. Murray completes the pass to Pittman, 9-yard gain, Campbell on the tackle. 2nd and 1 at the 37. Murray passes to Adams, gain of 12, DeJean on the tackle, 1st down. Murray passes to Montgomery, incomplete, LeVue on the coverage. Murray on the carry, loss of 5. Fumble recovered by Murray, Detroit maintains possession. 3rd and 15. Murray to Williams, incomplete, Durant on the coverage. Cook back in punt formation. "47-yard punt by Cook, fair catch by DeJean. 1st and 10. Shotgun. Burrow calling an audible. Burrow completes the pass to Jacobs, gain of 12, Brooks on the stop, 1st down.
Number 55, 5-yard penalty.
First and 15 from the 4. Shotgun. Burrow calling an audible. Burrow to Bowers, incomplete. Trips left. Burrow completes the pass to Bowers, gain of 6.
Offsides.
Bryant with the tackle.
Defense. Number 98, 5-yard penalty.
Second and 10 from the 9. Burrow passes to Bowers, gain of 12, Bryant on the tackle, first down. Bowers is doubled at the line. Davis on the carry, loss of 1, Jones on the tackle. Burrow completes the pass to Jacobs, 11-yard gain, Williams on the tackle, first down. Burrow completes the pass to Bowers, gain of 9, Bryant on the tackle. One-yard run by Jacobs, Parsons with the tackle, first down. Burrow passes to Lockett, gain of 12, Moore 2 with the tackle, first down. First and 10 from the 47. Burrow completes the pass to Davis, gain of 7, Ward on the tackle. Burrow completes the pass to Hazzard, gain of 13, Moore 2 on the tackle, first down. Burrow throws incomplete to Bowers, Bryant with the coverage. Second and 10. Current drive, 11 plays, 69 yards. 5:54 off the clock. Burrow passes to Westbrook kicking, incomplete. Third and 10. Burrow at the line. Current drive, 12 plays, 69 yards. 6:01 off the clock. Burrow is sacked by Bosa, loss of 7. Fourth and 17. Current drive, 13 plays, 62 yards. 6:43 off the clock. Burrow to Bowers, incomplete. First and 10 from the 34. Murray from the shotgun. Murray throws incomplete to Adams, DeJean on the coverage. Murray calling signals. Montgomery with a gain of 3 on the play, Sherwood on the tackle. Third and 7 from the 37. Murray to Montgomery, incomplete, LeVue on the coverage. Cook deep in punt formation. 55-yard punt by Cook, fair catch by DeJean. Burrow from the shotgun. Burrow completes the pass to Bowers, gain of 11, Bryant on the tackle, first down. Burrow completes the pass to Davis, 5-yard gain, Brooks on the tackle. Burrow to Jacobs, gain of 9, Williams on the tackle, first down. No score. First and 10 at the 33. 3:20 left in the first. Burrow barks out the signals. Burrow to Hazzard, incomplete.
Holding, offense. Number 78, 10-yard penalty.
Burrow completes the pass to Jacobs, gain of 31, Ward on the stop, first down. Burrow calling signals. Burrow to Davis, incomplete. Second and 10. Burrow passes to Hazzard, incomplete, Nixon with the coverage. Third and 10. Burrow to Bowers, incomplete, Bryant on the coverage. Behringer back to punt. Washington waiting inside his own 10. "45-yard punt by Behringer, 24-yard return by Washington. Murray in the shotgun. Murray to Kittle, gain of 13, Washington on the tackle, first down. Murray completes the pass to Kittle, gain of 13, Washington on the tackle, first down. First and 10 at the 49. Montgomery with a 1-yard run, Sherwood on the tackle. End of the first quarter, Detroit 0, Cleveland 0. Second and 9 from the 48. Harris on the carry, gain of 5, Allen on the tackle. Third and 4 from the 43. Murray throws incomplete to Pittman, Campbell on the coverage. 61-yard kick for Little. This will give them the lead. The snap from Linderbaum. Little made the 61-yard field goal, Detroit 3. Here's the kick from Little. The kick from Little is returned 9 yards by Jones, Brooks on the tackle. First and 10. From the shotgun. Burrow calls out the signals. Burrow throws incomplete to Hazzard, Moore 2 on the coverage. Second and 10. Burrow completes the pass to Jacobs, gain of 2, Williams with the tackle. 3rd and 8 from the 21. Burrow throws incomplete to Bowers, Bryant on the coverage. Beringer to punt. "50-yard punt by Beringer, 20-yard return by Washington." "10-yard gain by Williams, Washington on the tackle, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41. Murray from the shotgun. Murray at the line. Someone jumped. Possible free play for Murray. Murray completes the pass to Adams, 26-yard gain, LeVue on the tackle, first down.
Number 99, 5-yard penalty.
Detroit up 3. Murray completes the pass to Harris, touchdown Detroit. The kick by Little is good, Detroit 10, Cleveland 0. Little with the kick. The kick from Little is returned 12 yards by Hill, Williams on the tackle.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense. Number 11, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Burrow from the shotgun. Davis on the sweep, gain of 3, Jones on the tackle. Cleveland trailing by 10. Davis on the carry, gain of 7, Hines Allen on the tackle, first down. Cleveland down 10. Burrow throws incomplete to Westbrook kicking, McKinstry on the coverage.
Offense. Number 79, 10-yard penalty.
1st and 20. Burrow calls out the signals. Burrow throws incomplete to Lockett, Moore 2 on the coverage.
Roughing the passer. Defense. Number 97, 15-yard penalty. Automatic, first down.
Burrow passes to Jacobs, gain of 1, Williams with the tackle.
Offense. Number 76, 10-yard penalty.
1st and 20 from the 21. Jacobs with a 1-yard run, Williams on the stop. 2nd and 19 at the 22. Burrow going through the signals now. Burrow is intercepted by Nixon, return of 7.
Holding. Defense. Number 8, 5-yard penalty. Automatic, first down.
Burrow calling signals. Burrow completes the pass to Lockett, 10-yard gain, Nixon on the tackle. Cleveland trailing by 10. 2nd and inches from the 37. Jacobs with the carry, gain of 2, Parsons on the tackle, 1st down. Burrow at the line. Burrow to Lockett, incomplete, Moore 2 with the coverage. Burrow completes the pass to Davis, gain of 6, Brooks on the tackle. 3rd and 4 from the 45. Burrow to Bowers, incomplete, Ward on the coverage. Behringer to punt. Washington standing inside his own 10. "41-yard punt by Behringer, out of bounds. Shotgun. "7-yard run by Harris, LeBeau on the tackle. 2nd and 3. Murray calls out the signals. "10-yard run by Harris, Metellus with the tackle, 1st down. Cleveland showing blitz. Murray at the line. Murray passes to Montgomery, incomplete, LeBeau on the coverage. Someone jumped. Possible free play for Murray. Montgomery with a 2-yard run, Sherwood on the tackle.
Encroachment. Defense. Number 99. 5-yard penalty.
Harris on the carry, gain of 5, Sherwood on the tackle. 3rd and inches from the 41. Murray with a 15-yard run, LeBeau on the tackle, 1st down. Murray on the carry, 16-yard gain, Sherwood on the tackle, 1st down. Murray on the carry, gain of 17, Washington with the tackle, 1st down. Detroit by 10. Murray passes to Adams, incomplete. Murray with the carry, loss of 4, fumble recovered by Murray, Detroit maintains possession. 2-minute warning. 3rd and 14 from the 15. 10-play 71-yard drive. 4:33 off the clock. Murray completes the pass to Williams, touchdown Detroit. Little converts the extra point, Detroit 17, Cleveland 0, the kick from Little. Shotgun formation. Burrow completes the pass to Lockett, gain of 8, more 2 on the tackle.
False start. Offense. Number 78, 5-yard penalty.
2nd and 7 from the 28. Burrow is sacked by Bosa, loss of 6. 3rd and 13. Prevent defense. Burrow calling signals. Burrow passes to Hazzard, gain of 6, McKinstry on the tackle, Beringer to punt. A 55-yard punt by Beringer, return of 22 by Washington.
False start. Offense. Number 64, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
First and 15 from the 34. Shotgun. Murray at the line. Murray passes to Adams, gain of 16, DeJean with the tackle, first down. First and 10 from the 50. Murray with the pass to Williams, gain of 10, Durant on the tackle, first down. Detroit by 17. First and 10 from the 40. 1:13 to go in the second. Murray at the line. Murray throws incomplete to Kittle, Washington on the coverage. 2nd and 10 from the 40. 1:07 left in the second. Murray throws incomplete to Montgomery, LeVue with the coverage. 3rd and 10 from the 40. Murray completes the pass to Pittman, gain of 7, Campbell on the tackle, 51-yard attempt for Little. The snap from Linderbaum. Little made the 51-yard field goal, Detroit 20, Cleveland 0. The kick from Little is downed by Hill. Gladiators down 20. Shotgun formation. Burrow throws incomplete to Hazzard, McKinstry on the coverage. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow completes the pass to Davis, 1-yard gain, Brooks on the tackle. Cleveland trailing by 20. 3rd and 9 from the 26. 0:46 in the second. Davis on the draw, no gain, Bosa on the stop. Beringer back to punt. A 49-yard punt by Beringer, no return. Detroit by 20. Shotgun formation. Murray calls out the signals. Murray to Montgomery, gain of 3, LeVue on the tackle. Detroit leads by 20. 2nd and 7 from the 28. 0:25 to go in the second. 2-yard run by Montgomery, McGuire on the tackle. End of the first half, Detroit 20, Cleveland 0. The kick from Little is downed by Hill. Burrow from the shotgun. Burrow calling signals. Burrow throws incomplete to Hazzard, McKinstry on the coverage. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow completes the pass to Westbrook kicking, gain of 10, Ward on the tackle. 3rd and inches. Burrow to Davis, incomplete, Brooks on the coverage. Behringer to punt. "38-yard punt by Behringer, out of bounds. Detroit by 20. 1st and 10. Adams faces a double at the line. Murray passes to Montgomery, 18-yard gain, LeVue on the stop, 1st down, 1st and 10 from the 45. Murray completes the pass to Pittman, gain of 11, Campbell on the tackle, 1st down. Murray completes the pass to Pittman, gain of 18, Campbell on the tackle, 1st down, Cleveland showing blitz. Harris the ball carrier, no gain, Onwuzurike on the tackle. Detroit ahead by 20. Murray from the shotgun. Murray to Montgomery, gain of 10, LeVue on the tackle, 1st down. Five-yard gain by Harris, McGuire on the tackle. 2nd and 5 from the 11. Murray throws incomplete to Adams, DeJean on the coverage.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 33. Automatic. 1st down.
Harris with the carry, loss of 1, McGuire with the tackle. 2nd and goal at the 6. Adams is doubled at the line. Murray calling signals. Vaughn on the carry, loss of 4, McGuire with the tackle. 3rd and goal from the 10. Murray passes to Williams, touchdown Detroit. The kick by Little is good, Detroit 27, Cleveland 0, Little with the kick. The kick from Little is returned 9 yards by Hill, Williams on the tackle. 1st and 10 from the 7. Burrow in the shotgun. Burrow throws incomplete to Hazzard, McKinstry with the coverage. 2nd and 10 from the 7. Burrow completes the pass to Davis, no gain, Brooks with the tackle. 3rd and 10 at the 7. Burrow calls the signals. Burrow completes the pass to Westbrook kicking, gain of 13, Ward on the tackle, 1st down. Burrow to Lockett, gain of 8, Moore 2 with the tackle. Hazzard is doubled at the line. Burrow to Davis, incomplete. Gladiators down by 27. 3rd and 2 from the 28. Burrow changing the play. Burrow passes to Davis, incomplete. Behringer from punt formation. A 55-yard punt by Behringer, return of 14 by Washington. Murray calls the signals. Murray completes the pass to Kittle, gain of 9, Washington on the tackle. I formation. Murray completes the pass to Pittman, 3-yard gain, LeVue on the tackle, 1st down. Detroit breaks the huddle. Murray hollers out the signals. Murray completes the pass to Harris, gain of 10, LeVue with the tackle, 1st down, slowly coming to the line. Murray changing the play. Harris on the carry, no gain, Metellus with the tackle. 2nd and 10 at the 47. Slowly coming to the line. Shotgun formation. Vaughn with the carry, gain of 5, Van Ginkel on the tackle. 3rd and 5 at the 42. Murray taking his time. Harris lost 2 on the play, Washington on the tackle. Cook back in punt formation. DeJean waiting inside his own 10. A 37-yard punt by Cook, out of bounds. Shotgun. Burrow calls the signals. Burrow to Hazzard, gain of 11, McKinstry on the tackle, 1st down. Burrow completes the pass to Davis, gain of 1, Brooks on the tackle. Gladiators down by 27. Burrow on the carry, loss of 16, fumble recovered by Burrow, Cleveland maintains possession, 3rd and 25 at the 3. Prevent defense. Burrow passes to Lockett, incomplete, Moore 2 with the coverage. Behringer will punt it away. At the back of the end zone. "54-yard punt by Behringer, 24-yard return by Washington."
Receiving team, 10-yard penalty.
First and 10. I formation. Murray barks out the signals. Murray to Kittle, 9-yard gain, Washington on the stop. Murray taking his time. Harris on the carry, gain of 2, Metellus on the tackle, first down, end of the third quarter, Detroit 27, Cleveland 0. Murray throws incomplete to Pittman. Murray to Pittman, gain of 12, Van Ginkel on the tackle, first down. Detroit working slowly. Murray calling an audible. Murray to Pittman, gain of 9, Campbell on the tackle. Detroit taking their time. Murray completes the pass to Adams, gain of 10, DeJean on the stop, first down. Detroit leads by 27. I formation. Detroit in no hurry. Vaughn on the carry, no gain, McGuire on the tackle. Murray at the line. Harris the ball carrier, no gain, Allen with the tackle. Third and 10 at the 21. Murray working very slowly. Murray completes the pass to Williams, gain of 14, Washington on the tackle, first down. Murray taking his time. Vaughn the ball carrier, 6-yard gain, Washington on the tackle. Murray slow to the line. Goal line defense. Harris on the carry, no gain, LeVue on the tackle. Third and goal from the 1. Goal line defense. Murray calls out the signals. Harris lost 4 on the play, Metellus on the stop. 23-yard attempt for Little. Clean snap from Linderbaum. Linderbaum with the snap. Little is good from 23, Detroit 30, Cleveland 0, the kick from Little.
Kicking team.
Burrow from the shotgun. Hill on the carry, loss of 1, Hines Allen on the tackle. Second and 11 at the 39. Burrow completes the pass to Hill, no gain, Brooks on the
Pass
tackle.
interference. Offense. Number 43. 10-yard penalty.
2nd and 21. Burrow to Hazzard, incomplete, Moore 2 on the coverage. 3rd and 21. Burrow at the line. Burrow passes to Hill, 26-yard gain, Bryant on the tackle, 1st down, Cleveland trailing by 30. Burrow changing the play. Burrow passes to Bowers, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Burrow calling signals. Burrow completes the pass to Hill, gain of 3, Brooks on the tackle. 3rd and 7 at the 42. Burrow passes to Hill, gain of 8, Brooks on the tackle, 1st down. 1st and 10. Burrow with the pass to Hill, incomplete, Brooks on the coverage. 2nd and 10. Burrow throws incomplete to Lockett, Nixon on the coverage. 3rd and 10. Hill split outside. Burrow to Westbrook kicking, gain of 6, Bryant with the tackle. Gladiators trailing by 30. 4th and 4 from the 28. Burrow throws incomplete to Lockett, Nixon on the coverage. Vaughn the ball carrier, gain of 8, Van Ginkel on the tackle. 2nd and 2 from the 36. Detroit taking their time. Murray at the line. Harris on the carry, no gain, Allen on the tackle. Detroit ahead by 30. 3rd and 2 from the 36. Detroit in no hurry. Vaughn on the carry, 3-yard gain, McGuire with the tackle, 1st down. Vaughn on the sweep, gain of 10, Washington on the tackle, 1st down. Slow down. One-yard run by Harris, Sherwood with the tackle, 1st down. Richardson working very slowly. Richardson gains 2 on the sweep, Sherwood on the tackle. 2-minute warning. Detroit ahead by 30. 2nd and 8. 2 o'clock in the 4th. Vaughn on the carry, no gain, Onwuzurich with the tackle. Detroit by 30. 3rd and 8 from the 48. 1:17 in the 4th. Detroit in no hurry. One-yard run by Harris, Sherwood on the tackle. Cook deep in punt formation. DeJean standing inside his own 10. "37-yard punt by Cook, out of bounds. Cleveland trailing by 30. Shotgun. Burrow passes to Westbrook kicking, incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 10. Burrow passes to Westbrook kicking, gain of 34, Bryant on the tackle, 1st down, Gladiators trailing by 30. Burrow completes the pass to Westbrook kicking, 22-yard gain, Bryant on the tackle, 1st down. Burrow passes to Hazzard, incomplete, McKinstry on the coverage. 2nd and 10 from the 34. Burrow completes the pass to Lockett, gain of 22, Dodson with the tackle, 1st down. Gladiators trailing by 30. Burrow to Westbrook kicking, touchdown Cleveland. Zierlein converts the extra point, Detroit 30, Cleveland 7. Here's the kick from Zierlein. Onside kick recovered by Detroit. Detroit 30, Cleveland 7.
Okay, that's it from Cleveland, and Detroit took advantage of Cleveland mistakes and managed to win the game 30-7, and Cleveland finally got a score late in the 4th quarter. Hey, we'll take a look at Detroit. This was probably the game right there. In the 2nd quarter, they scored 20 points. See how they did that. 2 Murray touchdowns, and then a field goal to be up 20-0 at halftime, and then scored again in the 3rd to make 30-27, and then a field goal, and Cleveland finally scored with 9 seconds left in the game. Punt, 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 turn. Wow, they didn't have any turnovers. Cleveland had 20 first downs, over 300 yards passing. Detroit's 280. Look at the rushing attempt. 9 for -4. What in the world were they doing there? And Detroit rushing for over 100 yards. Detroit nearly 400 at 395. Cleveland over 300 with 312. Look at those missed tackles. 10 by Cleveland. Penalties both were penalized a bit. We went for 2 4th downs and missed them both. There were a few injuries, but it looked like it was out for the game. Back next week. Murray had 3 touchdowns, 282 yards. Fantastic 124.9 rating. No interceptions for Burrow. 1 touchdown, 78. He had 300 yards, but he evidently didn't muster much. Burrow had a -16 running play. That didn't help the team any. And then Davis led the team with 9 yards rushing. Well, Detroit had 3 guys that had over 25. Nothing there reception-wise. Highest was 62 touchdowns by Williams. Westbrook had a touchdown, nearly cracked 100 yards pass receiving. Again, there were no fumbles. And no interceptions in the game, and Cleveland could not score. Detroit evidently stuffed them nearly every time they had the ball. Okay, well, there's your play-by-play. We'll finish this up by saving the stats, and then we'll go over the stats here. Detroit at Cleveland. Final score in Cleveland, Detroit 30, Cleveland 7. Okay, let's take a quick look at the standings. Gladiators dropped to 3-3. They're 1 game behind the Hobos and Dreadnoughts both 4-2. On the Central side, we also have 2 teams 4-2, the Slashers and the Dogs, with the Cougars 3-3. Very tight races so far this season after 7 weeks of play. Next up, we have Cleveland at Woodland, Putnam County at Hazzard County, Transylvania at Greene. That'll be the game of the week, mainly because neither team has been on the game of the week, and we like to have every team represented at least once on the game of the week, maybe twice. And the final game will be Auburndale at Detroit, both teams 4-4. Now this will wrap up the inter-division games. That'll be the 4th game in the division, and then there'll be an off week for Thanksgiving, and then we head into the final 3 weeks, which are intra-division games there with all the teams playing everybody in the division a second time. So it looks like we may have some pretty good races here as we head into the second half of the schedule. We also see over here that Herbert got dropped down at the number 1 spot. Darnell has taken over that from Putnam County. Murray at Detroit is 3rd. Rushing-wise, we have Dobbs with 381, and then Hazzard County's Barkley with 361, and then Cleveland Jacob 329. Receiver-wise, we have Lamb with 38 catches from Hazzard. The scoring, receiving yardage, we have Nutshell, Woodland, and Nakuta. Woodland and 600 yards. Sack-wise, leaders have 3, Bonito and Bozak. Interceptions, Auburndale still leads with Murphy with 6. There's your tackles. And then let's take a look at the total offense. Offense leader is Putnam County, 29 points. 8. Defense Cleveland still first with 21.7 even after that lopsided loss to Detroit. And then Auburndale still up number 1 on the power ratings at 60.2. Okay, well, that's going to be it here from TCFL Central. This is Gary signing off. Have a wonderful evening. I hope you enjoyed the games.